tough act to follow, right? So I know what everyone's thinking. We just had 90 minutes of marketing. Let's have Sharp put up a marketing guy. That's what you guys want. So first, great to see everyone. I came into this industry about 3.5 years ago, about a month before Capture the Magic in Las Vegas. That's where I met a number of the faces for the first time I'm seeing here today, so it's great to see everyone. And it's funny because I listen to this, and one of the key parts of my job at Sharp is to drive people through Sharp's website out to you, our dealers. And we give you the content to enable that. Sometimes we do the right things that he's saying, sometimes we don't, but we should all be listening. And I've also been to some of the destination places we're sending those clients. Some of you, awesome. Make me rethink our site. Some of you, we should spend some time with some of the vendors in this room and let's get you there. So there's a lot of work to do. This is a great place for that conversation. Now I know the one biggest question on everyone's mind is, where the heck is Marusic? Because Mike's at all these meetings, isn't he? He lives here, I think. And hey, John Sheehan runs your dealer organization. Doesn't he live in Chicago? Well, the reason you are either lucky or stuck with me, depending on how you like bad jokes, is those two are living up to our message of diversification. So for those of you who know one of the other sides of our business, the AV market, the Infocom meeting is going on. And as we are bringing NEC display into the Sharp fold, they are down with about 30,000+ of our AV friends at the biggest show for information, collaboration, display, AV that's going on right now. So I know Mike, I wouldn't actually be surprised if he pops out from behind a display somewhere, but I don't believe he's in the building. He sends his regards, and I know he'll be here next time probably. So thank you for having us, and I want to go back to when I joined and at that first BTA meeting, and I think Mike was up on a stage very much like this, and I think I have a Twitter selfie with a sign very much like that. We were talking about diversification. So the fact that those guys are there is something for us all to think about. If you head over to our booth, we got our National Director of Services here, we've got some great of our technical support and sales staff here. We don't just have copier content, we don't have a machine sitting there, we have an interactive display. We have a laptop. We want to hear from you. The reason we come is to listen and engage. How can we help you diversify? We're beginning to see traction in the laptop business. We're beginning to see people leverage that as not just selling a piece of hardware, but how do I use it as an entry into managed services? How do I not just sell you the hardware, but maybe back it up, protect it, manage it? Begin to make those moves that so many of the dealers are trying to make. So come and have those conversations, look at the hardware, understand what our programs are. Hopefully you'll learn something from us. We want to learn from you what you need to be successful moving into those spaces and into those markets. But of course, outside of talking diversification, because that's us talking to you, why do we come to these shows and why will we sponsor every one this year? A couple things. One, first, to Brent and the whole team, to support the mission of BTA. Huge organization, value for everyone in this room and everything we do, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I know Sharp does. And I know some of these dealers do as well, of course, as they clap here. So that's number one. And then second, of course, it is to listen and engage with dealers. And I will say, we've had a pretty good run. And I think the thing that maybe we've done best in the recent times is communicate with dealers. Now, some of that is just how we've been sharing information through this crazy, tumultuous time on what products are here and available, when should you do this, what are we doing as an organization, how can you work with us? But it's also listening and trying to modify what we're doing. And I know the other reason we're here, obviously it's great to talk about diversification, and we will do that for sure, but also it's the print and copy business. So I see a lot of familiar dealer faces in the audience, some I've met recently, some we've known for a long time. For all the Sharp dealers, first I have to say a huge thank you. It makes the marketing guy look good when the graphs go up and to the right. And I don't know if anyone's been paying attention, we do track these things very carefully. It's been the dealers in the room who've helped us for 2 quarters in a row be the 4th largest A3 manufacturer in the industry in the US. That was unheard of for Sharp not that long ago. Now, some of that was very careful management of a weird supply situation and maybe a slight unfair advantage of having Foxconn help us find chips and places on ships to get product in. And that doesn't make us perfect, and I know some of the dealers in the room know that, right? But what we will do, and the dealers that work with Sharp today got one of the monthly emails from Mike. I know because the tools that Marcus was talking about we use to send you all the emails, so I know which one of you haven't opened it yet if I need to. He was telling you, where are we with supply? What's happening this summer? Not just in June and July like some people want to talk. What do we know past that? What's going to happen? And the good news is lots of countermeasures and everything. We can't stop China from shutting a city down for weeks on end, but you're going to hear from all of our dealers in that letter what we are doing, and there is some good news there. Part of that good news is over this next tumultuous summertime, we're actually going to have more product coming in than we had last quarter by a good margin. And we need that because, thank you again, our May was some 44% over what it was a year ago. So we're seeing tremendous growth. And if, I can only say, you want to engage with the team, because I get to sit in corporate, these guys work with dealers and make it happen every day. If any of that sounds like someone you want to work with, please engage us. Please go ask the hard questions. We want to help, that's why we're here. We want to support the BTA mission and do whatever we can to support the dealer community. So thank you for the time. I know 90+5 of marketing was a lot for this crowd, but please listen to him and please come talk with us. Thank you so much. See everyone on the dinner cruise.